my friend. We are all interested in the future, for that is where you and I are going to spend the rest of our lives. And remember, my friend, future events such as these will affect you in the future. You are interested in the unknown, the mysterious, the unexplainable. That is why you are here. We are giving you all the evidence, based only on the secret testimony of the miserable souls who survived this terrifying ordeal. The incidents, the places. My friend, we cannot keep this a secret any longer. Let us punish the guilty. Let us reward the innocent. My friend, can your heart stand the shocking facts about grave robbers from outer space?
The Black Panther movie has been a phenomenal success, reaching over $1 billion worldwide in less than a month. Why is that? Why has it reached such phenomenal milestones in such a short period of time? To be perfectly honest, I'm really not surprised at this success. The success of the Black Panther movie is, in my opinion, the result of a shifting supremacist bigotry mindset from an old bigotry standard. And that mindset is what I want to talk about today. Periel Duff here. I just want to start off by saying thanks for stopping by. Hit that subscribe button and share this content on your Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages. Help me grow this channel, and I'll continue to pump out regular content on a weekly basis. I know you're going to enjoy. Thanks again. The Marvel Cinematic Universe has had a string of amazing hits, starting with the Avengers, Thor, Spiderman, X-Men, the Fantastic Four, and others. But none of them has seen the success of the Black Panther movie. Allow me to explain. When you see movies like Thor, Superman, super beings like Galactus, Thanos, Darkside, what do you really see? What you actually see is a lingering supremacist mindset, supremacist bigotry mindset, and other prejudice examples that stretches everywhere throughout all the cosmos and throughout all history, past, present, and future. Now, just how pervasive is this old supremacist bigotry mindset? Well, let's start with Superman. He's from Krypton, right? A planet of highly evolved, advanced alien beings from the most advanced civilization in the known universe, a race of white European aliens. How about Wonderwoman, a warrior princess from an unknown island called Themyscira, inhabited by a tribe of none other than white European women? How about Thor of Asgard, a Norse god, an immortal from a race of immortal gods, all white European aliens? Oh, but wait a minute. What about Heimdall? Yeah, that's right, Heimdall, a black Norse god, kept outside to man the gates. Can you say security? What about the villain Thanos coming up in the next Marvel movie, Infinity Wars? Isn't he from Titan, a moon of Saturn, inhabited by beings known as the Eternals, another race of white European aliens? Wait a minute, you got the villain Darkside, a blackish, powerful, new age god from the DC comics, who was once a farmer by the name of Euxus, who lived on a planet inhabited by none other than white European aliens. What about Galactus and his herald, the Silver Surfer? Galactus, if I'm correct, is a being that existed in the planet of a universe that existed before the one that we're in. Correct? A planet called Ta, inhabited by white European aliens. Oh, and what about the Silver Surfer? A herald of Galactus, who originated from a planet called Zen-La, a planet inhabited by white European aliens. And the supremacist bigotry doesn't stop there. There's Star Trek with almost every advanced race. The Vulcans, the Romulans, the Bajorans, the Kardashians, the Ferengi, the Trill, the rulers of the Dominion, and yes, the Klingons too. All white European aliens with a minority of black ones relegated to subservient roles. Anybody remember this guy? Isn't that Q from Star Trek? Who lived in a continuum and was basically a pain in the neck to the Star Trek captain and his crew from a continuum of white European gods? How about the once popular show Stargate SG-1 and Stargate Atlantis? You had the Ancients, the Nox, the Ori, the Wraith, the Replicators, the Goa'uld, all white European aliens, along with just about every other planet that the Stargate team went to through that Stargate. I mean, I could go on with this supremacist bigotry mindset, but the results would pretty much, with a few exceptions here and there, be pretty much the same. And you don't need to be a rocket scientist to see through all of these prejudice examples. It's no wonder why movies like MIB, Men in Black became an instant hit. For the first time, you not only had aliens who did not look like white European aliens, they didn't even look human. At long last, the supremacist bigotry bubble has finally been burst. And now you have the success of the Black Panther, a kick-butt action movie that has nothing to do with white European aliens and little to do with Europeans right here on Earth. No wonder the Black Panther is so successful. It's the first of its kind that completely flips the subconscious supremacist bigotry mindset of former sci-fi action films on its head. Wakanda forever. Now, all of these shows and movies are just fictional characters that don't really exist, right? You would say that they have no basis in reality, correct? Wrong. If there's one thing that I've noticed about these shows is that the mindset they present sooner or later goes from fantasy and starts spilling over into reality. This is what I've noticed about these mindsets, and I'll give you 3 examples of exactly what I'm talking about. Example number 1, Bass Reeves. Bass Reeves was a U.S. lawman, a deputy marshal in the 1800s, who was without question the most successful lawman in the history of the United States. His record stands today at bringing in over 3,000 criminals to justice. No other lawman in the history of the country has successfully done that. There's just one thing about Bass Reeves. Bass Reeves was a black man. So why am I bringing him up as far as my first example is concerned? I'll tell you why. There was a show that came out in the 60s, I think in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. It was a show based on his life. It was a very famous show. You may have heard of it. It was called The Lone Ranger. So, in other words, they took a famous black man with famous accomplishments and turned him from a black lawman into a white one who never really existed. Example number 2. There is a statue here in America that is probably the world's most famous statue. It's just one thing. This statue was donated, made, and created for black African slaves only. It was not created for anyone else but African slaves in this country. Can you guess what that statue is that I'm talking about? I'll give you a hint. It's right here in New York City. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? If you are correct. That statue is none other than the Statue of Liberty. Here are the original designs for this particular statue. It was a model of a black woman, but somehow it got morphed and turned into a white woman for immigrants that come from all over the world. Not true. That statue was donated by the French Anti-Slavery Society, and it was built and donated for black African slaves only. Example number 3. Ancient Egypt has the pyramids, and on the walls of these pyramids and in tombs, they had the paintings by the Egyptians themselves of the famous Nefertiti, the queen of Egypt at the time. As you can see, those paintings depict her as a dark-skinned woman. So my question to you is this: how did she go from being a dark-skinned African Egyptian queen to this one? Wouldn't you say that this speaks volumes of the mindset of a people who continuously try to whitewash all of history with these perverted versions of themselves? You tell me. Leave your comments in the comment section below and tell me what you think of this.
SmarterQ is a tool I use to manage my content online. You can create groups. You can color code those groups. You can connect various social media profiles. And you can also post as well as schedule those postings to go online all at the touch of a button. And you can run analytics to see who's engaging your post. Links in the description below, or go to mocapcity.com.
So once again, I just want to say thanks for stopping by. And I want to end this by saying don't forget to like and subscribe and share this content on your Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages. Help me grow this channel, and I'll continue to put out regular content on a weekly basis that I know you're going to love. Thank you.
My friend, you have seen this incident based on sworn testimony. Can you prove that it didn't happen? Perhaps on your way home, someone will pass you in the dark, and you will never know it, for they will be from outer space. Many scientists believe that another world is watching us this moment. We once laughed at the horseless carriage, the airplane, the telephone, the electric light, vitamins, radio, and even television. And now some of us laugh at outer space. God help us in the future.